lot of times, you know, when people holler about where that thorn that was in Paul's side, they don't even know what the thorn in Paul's side was. Because that thorn in Paul's side was what? It was the northern kingdom. It was Israel. Because Paul was dealing with the northern kingdom and Peter was dealing with the southern kingdom. All that stuff is in the Bible. But you know what? How you run up on it? Keep the commandments. And when you read this Bible, I guarantee you, brothers and sisters, you'll run across these scriptures like, man, I ain't know that, man. Because every one of these scriptures in the New Testament, they come from the Old. Why you think they don't want you to understand the Old? Because if you understand this Old, can't nobody trick you with these scriptures in the New. That's why a lot of people can't understand Paul's teaching. Because he was teaching from the book that Moses was written. We have to remember that it wasn't even Yahweh himself was teaching those books because he hadn't died yet. So it's certain books in the New Testament that speaks of the death of him, and there's some that speaks of the life of him. And then there's some that when you get further back on, they start to say like Jesus, oh this and oh that, you know what I'm saying? But the past and the present and the future, that's what he represents, because his father gave him all power. All power is in his hand. So when people say, well, why you don't pray to God? You do pray to God, but God gave everything to his son. And when his son came here, he said, I didn't come to do my will, but I came to do the will of my father that sent me. You see? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I always wondered about that. Since Yahweh is our mediator, are we supposed to pray to him?
When you go to Corinthians,
or like the church taught us, pray through.
Go to Corinthians chapter 11. Let's look at Corinthians chapter 11. Let's see what it says. Let's start at verse 3.
1 Corinthians
chapter 11, verse 3. Got it? 11 and 3. Read that. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. I'll read it. 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, Hamakiyah, Jesus, okay? And the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Christ, Hamakiyah, is Yahweh. So we answer to Yahweh. Yahweh answers to Yahweh. The woman answers to the man, a holy, spiritual, and righteous man, not just no any man. See? That's what it's at. It's an order. It's God, his son, man, and women. We obey Yahweh. Did you get it?
Yahweh is Elohim, or is he Adonai? I mean, is he
Yahweh is who they ignorantly call Jesus.
Okay,
Yahweh is the Most High God. That is making big writings in the book of Daniel. The Most High. You see? So we have an order that we go by. See, God gave him all power. He submitted all power to him because he's up in the kingdom chilling. He sent his son out here, and they're hollering about the Jews, but there were some Jews that did believe on him.
Yeah.
You see? Because of the signs and the wonders and the miracles and everything that he was doing. And then you had the Sadducees and the Pharisees that came. They were speaking a docile doctrine. And they called Yahweh a babbler. But that's why I tell us in Acts chapter 7 and 30, or 17 and 30, it tells us that about he came to do this and that. It says in the book of Acts chapter 17 and verse 11, there were more noble than these in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. Therefore many of them believed also of honorable women which were Greeks, and of men, not a few. See, the honorable women that was Greek, they wasn't really Greeks. They were Israelites, but they had the Greek thought, the way the teachings was. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what it's about. A lot of things that people be saying, they, well, you know that like the lady that was at that told Jesus, well, my daughter got a demon and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And they say that Yahweh shall heal the woman because she was dead. He healed that woman's child because that woman's child was an Israelite. And you can find that in the book of Ezra, chapter 10. It tells you all about it. Give you the name and all that stuff. But we got to study this Bible.
Was that the woman that said
that her daughter had a demon in her?
Yeah, he said, I haven't come to the lost something.
The lost sheep of the house of Israel. And he read on down and he called her dog.
Yeah, called her. Yeah.
That's what they are, brothers and sisters. They dogs. That's why when they get wet, that's what they smell like. Smell like dogs. They can wash their hair, do anything they want to do. They get wet out there in that rain, smell their hair. Smell like old mud. That's the truth. Where you at, my brother? Yes, ma'am.
Acts chapter 17, verse 3. Verse 3 you just read?
11.
Oh, 11?
Uh-huh. Come on, brother, where you at? Let's take a break.